Mid-America Industrial Park's Living Grand on Grand Lake is made possible by
I'm Trace Epps, and I'm a data center facilities technician at Google in the Mid-America Industrial Park. I never thought I'd be working at Google coming out of high school. My senior year, I had a buddy refer me to OSU IT. When I walked in, my picture was up on the wall from being there whenever I was a kid, and I took a Lego camp in like 4th grade. As a data center facilities technician at Google, I am on the electrical team. I do electrical and electronics maintenance. I believe that OSU IT being right here inside the Mid-America Industrial Park is a good asset for the companies within the Mid-America Industrial Park to find people to be ready to work for their company.
also by
Electricity makes our everyday lives more convenient. We all know it costs more to fill your gas tank, buy prescriptions, and even go to the doctor. In the last decade, gasoline costs rose 11% every year. A dozen eggs increased in cost nearly 8%. Your electricity? It only rose on average less than 5% each year. Your local electric cooperative works hard to keep your electric service safe, affordable, and reliable. Discover the power of your co-op membership.
and by
After finishing high school, I immediately got married and started my family. Without a college degree, I found that pretty quickly my options were limited. When I started looking around for a college program for working adults, I quickly found that Rogers State was a great fit. They worked with me to get financial aid, offered classes that fit my busy schedule, and gave me personalized attention that I couldn't get at a larger school. Rogers State definitely started me on my professional career.
as well as by
The Grand River Dam Authority is Oklahoma's state-owned electric utility, fully funded by revenues from electric and water sales instead of taxes. GRDA electricity touches 75 of 77 counties in the state and serves as an economic development engine for all of Oklahoma. At no cost to taxpayers, GRDA also manages 70,000 surface acres of lakes, including Grand Lake, Lake Hudson, and the W.R. Hallway Reservoir. Annually, the efforts of Team GRDA facilitate over $450 million in economic activity in Oklahoma.
and by viewers and members like you.
Coming up on this edition of Mid-America Industrial Park's Living Grand on Grand Lake, we'll take you wake surfing with Chase Cookson at Cedar Point Marina. Plus, we'll tee off at the Grove Area Chamber of Commerce annual fundraising golf tournament at the Patricia Island Golf Course. Then, takeout delivery has a whole new meaning when it comes to fun on the water in Disney. We'll see how they get it done at VIP Pizza, Grand Lake's on-the-water pizza delivery. All of this coming up on Living Grand on Grand Lake.
This is Living Grand on Grand Lake!
This is Living Grand
on Grand Lake.
This is Living Grand on Grand Lake.
Welcome to Mid-America Industrial Park's Living Grand on Grand Lake. I'm Royal Ailes, in for Christy Wallace, who's out. She'll be back next week. I'm coming to you from Patricia Island Golf Course. It is a beautiful place to knock the ball around and play some great golf. So give it a try next time you're out here on the lake near Grove. Well, there's a new sport on the water. Everybody's been trying it and learning it and having a good time doing it. It's called wake surfing. Chase Cookson is going to take us out on the water with a few of his friends and his dad to learn why this new sport is catching on so fast and the kind of boat you're going to need to learn to surf.
It's a sport anyone can do, you know, from 5, 6, 7 years old up to 60 plus.
Grand Lake's a little rough for wakeboarding and stuff, so I think everyone's starting to try to transfer over to surfing for that reason, because the water's just rougher and you can surf when you're rough water.
That wake surfing, you have to have a lot of balance, and wakeboarding you do as well, but not so much so.
It's a lot slower pace. Instead of going 20, 25 miles an hour, you're going 9, 10, 11 miles an hour, and it's a lot easier on your body.
on the leg surf back in the early 80s, but it really didn't catch on real big till about 3 or 4 years ago in Oklahoma, and it's crazy. Everyone's surfing, get the Malibus out and go play in the water. Well, the inboard towboats are the best, because they're set up with ballasts and speed controls, and they build really nice wakes. The Malibu is one that we sell, and it's a great boat to surf behind. We're actually in the 24 MXZ right now, the 555 supercharged engine in it. We got the ballasts filling right now. We got the wedge going down to put more downforce on the back of the boat to make the wave bigger.
I've surfed behind Malibus that throwing all the way up to like 4-foot waves. It matters how much water you want to put in the boat.
Wake surfing, it's easy. You just pop up on the board and you're relaxed and you just kind of follow the boat with no rope.
I was impressed that I could actually get up. It was really easy. It kind of just brought you up. He told me that I needed to switch my feet, and he told me that my front brake was my gas and my back brake was my brake.
It's a lot about balance, and positioning on the wake is probably the most key part. It just takes time behind the boat, just ride, and it's not difficult, just the more you ride, the better you are. We have all the surfers in the boat at once, and then we just pretty much judge ourselves on who we think has the best run, and who we have everyone like vote who they had winning the competition is how we judge surfing. There's something called a big spin, which it's like, if you know what skateboarding is, it's like a pop shove it with you spin your body in a 360 like the opposite way, and then you come back down on the board and come down onto the waves. I can't do that. I do like 360s and a bunch of like slides, and I ride the board backwards and a bunch of stuff like that. I just love the lake. I've always grown up on the lake. I think I've been on the lake for about 12, 13 years now, and I'm 18, so majority of my life, that's all I know.
I always tell people you only have so many years with your kids and before they're off to college, and when you go out in the Malibu, you've got your family with you, your friends with you, you're all in the 25 by 8 foot area. It's not like dad's out playing golf and mom's at the mall. The family's all together. They have lunch together, dinner together. It's just a great family sport. It's memories I'll never forget.
If you want to learn how to wake surf, all you got to do is give Jerry Cookson a call, and he can get you all set up with all the toys and bells and whistles that you're going to need. To find out more, just go to his website at cedarpoint.com or look him up at Cedar Point Marina on Facebook. Now stay with us, there's a lot more to do here on Grand Lake, but before we do, here's some more fun in the sun. You're watching Mid-America Industrial Parks Living Grand on Grand Lake.
This is Living Grand on Grand Lake. This is Living Grand on Grand Lake.
I'm Trey Sepps, and I'm a data center facilities technician at Google in the Mid-America Industrial Park. I never thought I'd be working at Google coming out of high school. My senior year, I had a buddy refer me to OSU IT. When I walked in, my picture was up on the wall from being there whenever I was a kid, and I took a Lego camp in like 4th grade. As a data center facilities technician at Google, I am on the electrical team. I do electrical and electronics maintenance I believe that OSU IT being right here inside the Mid-America Industrial Park is a good asset for the companies within the Mid-America Industrial Park to find people to be ready to work for their company.
Today I'd like to help familiarize boaters with buoys commonly found on the waterways that we might be boating. One of the first and most common buoys that we come across are no-wake buoys. These buoys help to indicate how far we need to be from certain obstacles. The state law requires us to be 150 feet from any bridges, docks, piers, anchored or moored vessels. So these indicate how far we need to stay from these obstacles. The second buoy that we might encounter is a square, which indicates information in that area. It could explain that there is a marina or a restaurant in the area. The third commonly found on our waterways is a triangle, which indicates that there's some kind of danger in the area. Could be sandbars in the water or some kind of shallow obstruction or piers or old bridges. When you see these, please stay out of the area. The last buoy I have indicates that it is an exclusion area. This area indicates that boaters should not go past that point for many reasons. So when you're out on the waterways, make sure you pay attention to the buoys and have a safe day.
Time now for the Grand Lake Chronicles event page. July 10th and 11th is the first annual Grand Lake of the Cherokees Glock Performance Boat Challenge Shootout in Wolf Creek Park. Watch world-class racing teams compete along the 1,300 miles of shoreline. All boats will be on display at the Grove Civic Center, so go on by and take an up-and-close personal look at the machines and meet those who drive them. Friday is VIP night for the entire family, and Saturday night there will be live entertainment and an award ceremony. For more information, call 918-520-1258 or 918-964-8031. The third annual Cars for Critters is coming up Saturday, July 18th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. This indoor event is held at the Grove Civic Center with food, a 50-50 raffle, door prizes, music, and some really sweet cars, plus adorable pets to adopt. All proceeds benefit the Second Chance Pet Rescue of Grand Lake. Mark your calendar for the 2015 Christmas in July Quilt Show, July 24th and 25th at the Grove Civic Center. There will be class workshops along with judged quilts and cash prizes, plus much, much more. Call Peggy Johnson at 918-314-0112. July 25th, Arrowhead Yacht Club and Boat Sales host Cobalt Customer Appreciation Splash Bash in Ketchum Cove. Call 918-782-3292 so you don't miss any of the action.
Welcome back. You're watching Mid-America Industrial Park's Living Grand on Grand Lake. I'm Royal Ailes. The merchants of Grove love to raise money. And what better way to do that than in the spirit of giving than to surround those participating with some outdoor fun at the annual Grove Area Chamber of Commerce Golf Tournament. It raises a lot of money for a good cause.
It's just a fun course to play. It's not overly hard. It's not so difficult. It just, makes you want to give up the game. A lot of people leave the course and they've had the best round they've ever had.
This is our annual fundraising tournament for the Grove Area Chamber of Commerce, and we do it every June, and it's probably one of the funnest things we do during the year. The money helps us provide the benefits to our members that we can throughout the year and the different programs that we provide. We put on several different small business university classes during the year, luncheons, and those kinds of things that help business people learn how to better promote their business. And we have about 70 golfers that are out here today.
It's a 4-person scramble, so most people like to play in a scramble because it takes a lot of the pressure off. You only have to hit a good shot every now and then, and your team works together, and you get some mulligans, so you get some do-overs. People seem to like to play golf that way. Not as much pressure.
They like being a part of the tournament because they know the money goes for promotion of businesses and our local businesses, and it's always a great day to play golf in Grove on the Lake.
This course was a 323-acre Hereford ranch. They were just running cattle out here. And my dad and his partners rounded this piece of property up, and they carved up the waterfront, started selling off those lots, and then decided we needed a golf course on the inside of it. So they hired Trip Davis to design the golf course, great architect, and he came out here and designed something that was fun and challenging if you wanted to go back to the back tees, but we wanted people to be able to come out here and just have a really good time playing golf, and he did a great job. 13 is probably the hardest hole out here. It's got trouble on both sides, and it's a par 5 with a creek in front of it, so you've really got to pay attention. 10 is a fun hole. You can drive that hole. 2 you can drive. And then number 7, this hole we just played, is probably the hardest par 3 out here. We have a lot of prizes in sets of 4s, gift certificates and rounds of golf and everything. So you'll have your top couple of teams that'll go way under par, and then everything else we'll just draw the scorecards out so people can win. So over half the field will win something today. We have a lot of big competitive tournaments. We have Swinging for Pink, it's a breast cancer tournament. That'll be 144 players. We'll have the Eastern Shawnee tournament. That'll be 144 players 2 days in a row with a whole bunch of really good prizes. And you get a lot of really good teams with good players from all over the 4 states for those events.
I see so much community spirit, and I guess I always have, but it seems like in Grove, everybody just always comes out for the community no matter what we do.
Oh, we've got some great sponsors today. I'd be afraid that I wouldn't mention everybody, but you know, B&B Air is out here with a team. We've got Wyandotte Casino, Grand Lake Casino. You've got First National Bank. You've got Grand Savings Bank. We've got Rib Crib. We've got a ton of great sponsors out here today.
And we have 4 area restaurants that have come out and not only sponsored a hole, but they're providing snacks that give little samples of what they have in their restaurants, which is always a fun addition.
We've got about 110 homes around the property. We've got another 120 lots roughly left. We've got boat slip permits to go with about everything we've got left, so you can come out here and you can either live on the water and have your dock right behind your home, or you can live on the golf course and have a slip in the community slip, so you can access the lake either way.
This golf course makes it so easy for you to put on a tournament to raise funds for your organization. We literally have the best crew out here. We have a staff of volunteers, and everything comes together so easily. They're a big help out here at Patricia Island.
It's really neat. I mean, it's fun to see where it was when we started in '95 to where it is now. It just feels good to take a piece of property and turn it into something that people can really enjoy and love. I mean, you can take your golf cart out in the evening and you can see all kinds of wildlife, and people that don't even play golf love it just because they have a beautiful course in their backyard.
Now I'm out here at Patricia Island Golf Course. I've been hitting the ball around for 18 holes, and I have had a really good time. The next time you're in Grove, you might want to stop by, knock the ball around for 18 holes, and really enjoy yourself, because this is a great course to play golf on. Now do me a favor, go to rsu.tv, click Living Grand on Grand Lake. There you can keep up with last season's shows, and you can keep up with this season's shows by doing so. We hope you enjoy it, because it's here for you to really get to know more about all the events and the people and places on and around Grand Lake. Now stay with us, we have a lot more coming up, because we're going to take you to a sweet spot here on Grand Lake. But before we do, here's some fun in the sun. You're watching Mid-America Industrial Parks, Living Grand on Grand Lake.
This is Living Grand on Grand Lake. This is Living Grand on Grand Lake.
Grand River Dam Authority is Oklahoma's state-owned electric utility, fully funded by revenues from electric and water sales instead of taxes. GRDA Electricity touches 75 of 77 counties in the state and serves as an economic development engine for all of Oklahoma. At no cost to taxpayers, GRDA also manages 70,000 surface acres of lakes, including Grand Lake, Lake Hudson, and the W.R. Hallway Reservoir. Annually, the efforts of Team GRDA facilitate over $450 million in economic activity in Oklahoma.
You two look happy? Is there anything else I can get for you? Okay.
Cherokee Casino and Hotel, West Siloam Springs. The feeling stays with you.
Sharky's Bar at Hammerhead Marina has been a favorite night spot for Grand Lakers for a long time. Owners of Sharky's thought the lake needed a place where locals could hang out and have a lot of summer fun. Now those same owners have introduced a new pizza restaurant next door. The difference is the restaurant will deliver your pie while you're on the water. Take a look.
Sharky's was established in 2009. It used to be a place where they just basically stored and showed boats, and they got the idea that this might be a great place for an outdoor club. Sharky's and VIP Pizza are owned by Joe Harwood and Tom McKibben, both of Grand Lake. They both have been around the lake a long time. Joe started out here working on a dock at South Arrowhead, and I believe Tom started out as a dock boy as well. I was teaching school in Arkansas. My husband was selling boats in Arkansas, and he went to a Cobalt Sales School, and while he was there he met Joe and Tom, and the process started of their recruitment of him. When Jerry first started working down at Cedarport, there were only a couple people that ran the whole location. Next thing I knew, they came to me about 4 or 5 years ago, and they said they wanted to meet with me. They wanted to know if I would be interested in taking over this place. And we had about a 15-minute conversation, and they said, well, good, you start Friday. So I had about a two-day notice that I was going to change from the marina and the boating business to actually running the club again. We are known for hiring great entertainment. We are open on Friday and Saturday nights and holidays. Most bands that play here will tell you it's their favorite place to play. We are known for not having a cover charge and having wonderful entertainment at night. The best pizza on the lake. Very, very good pizza. This is called one of our splash bashes that we're having today. And Stefan, one of our employees, he comes over and he gets in a small little boat, and he drives the little boat around and delivers pizza to the different boats, or anyone that's interested in having a pizza that does not want to walk up the dock. Up there does a great job getting the pizzas out, and if you haven't had a VIP pizza, you need to try one because it's very good pizza.
VIP Pizza also provides courtesy docks to make it easy to special order your pie and pick up your pizza. Now, have you done what I asked you to do early in the show by going to our website at rsu.tv, click on Living Grand on Grand Lake? If you haven't, please do so. We want you to keep up with last year's shows and stay current on this year's show so we can bring you more interesting stories of unique people and places on and around Grand Lake. Well, that's it for this edition of Mid-America Industrial Parks, Living Grand on Grand Lake. We'll see you next week. I'm Royal Els in for Christy Wallace. She'll be back next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Mid-America's Industrial Parks Living Grand on Grand Lake is made possible by
I'm Trey Sepps, and I'm a data center facilities technician at Google in the Mid-America Industrial Park. I never thought I'd be working at Google coming out of high school. My senior year, I had a buddy refer me to OSU IT. When I walked in, my picture was up on the wall from being there whenever I was a kid, and I took a Lego camp in like 4th grade. As a data center facilities technician at Google, I am on the electrical team. I do electrical and electronics maintenance. I believe that OSU IT being right here inside the Mid-America Industrial Park is a good asset for the companies within the Mid-America Industrial Park to find people to be ready to work for their company.
Also by
After finishing high school, I immediately got married and started my family. Without a college degree, I found that pretty quickly my options were limited. When I started looking around for a college program for working adults, I quickly found that Rogers State was a great fit. They worked with me to get financial aid, offered classes that fit my busy schedule, and gave me personalized attention that I couldn't get at a larger school. Rogers State definitely started me on my professional career.
Plus by
The Grand River Dam Authority is Oklahoma's state-owned electric utility, fully funded by revenues from electric and water sales instead of taxes. GRDA Electricity touches 75 of 77 counties in the state and serves as an economic development engine for all of Oklahoma. At no cost to taxpayers, GRDA also manages 70,000 surface acres of lakes, including Grand Lake, Lake Hudson, and the W.R. Hallway Reservoir. Annually, the efforts of Team GRDA facilitate over $450 million in economic activity in Oklahoma.
and by viewers and members like you.